In the heart of a Phoenix grocery store parking lot, an ordinary evening turns into an unforgettable showdown when a demanding HOA mother dials the police on a stranger she accuses of intimidating her son, only to discover he's the city's freshly appointed police chief. This unexpected clash spirals into a viral sensation that catches everyone off guard. Imagine the scene. It's a typical Thursday dusk in Phoenix, Arizona, with the sun dipping low and painting elongated shadows across the asphalt. Families are wrapping up their shopping, carts rattling along, children pulling at sleeves, and the faint aroma of baked goods wafting from the store. But tension brews near the cart corral. A 16-year-old boy stands defiantly, his cheeks flushed, with irritation, gesturing at the contents of a man's shopping cart, everyday items like eggs, poultry, dairy, and loaves. "You have to share some of that with us," he insists boldly. "That's the rule around here." The man he's confronting remains unfazed, standing tall in casual jeans and a polo shirt, exuding quiet authority. His name is Desmond Carrington, the new Phoenix Police Department commander, though no one around knows it yet. He and his family relocated to the area just days ago, seeking a quiet new chapter. Desmond meets the boy's gaze evenly. "Young man, that's not how it goes. These are for my household. No one's obligated to give you anything." Murmurs spread among the gathering onlookers. Some exchange glances, others reach for their devices, anticipating drama. The boy's audacity feels practiced, as if he's pulled this stunt before. But this isn't an average teen. He's Brandon Haskins, offspring of Corinne Haskins, a formidable figure on the local homeowners association board. She's infamous for nitpicking everything from misplaced bins to overgrown lawns. Neighbors describe her as rigorous or worse. Desmond holds his ground, leaning casually on his cart. "I recommend you head back and rethink this. It's not a lesson worth learning the tough way." The boy smirks, scuffing his shoe on the ground. "You're fresh here. You don't understand." Mom calls, and a custom for newcomers. Desmond's expression hardens slightly, his tone resolute yet measured. "Custom? This borders on coercion. True neighborhoods foster trust, not demands. Go on home." A heavy pause ensues, the crowd swelling with a blend of intrigue and unease, like a spark nearing gunpowder. The boy's phone vibrates. He yanks it out, dials hastily, and raises his voice. "Mom, hurry over. Some guy's ignoring the custom and getting hostile with me." Bystanders eye Desmond, who hasn't budged, but they sense how narratives can warp in heated moments. Soon, a sleek SUV screeches in, door flying open as Corinne Haskins emerges, mid-40s, impeccably dressed in a suit, shades perched atop her head. Despite the fading light, her heels echo sharply as she strides over, voice escalating. "Brandon, are you all right? Did he lay a hand on you?" The boy shakes his head but jabs a finger at Desmond. "He menaced me, Mom. I explained your rule, and he got right up in my face." Corinne's stare locks on Desmond. She skips his perspective, convinced her son's account is ironclad. "You," she hisses, slicing through the ambient noise, "how dare you speak to my kid that way?" Desmond sighs calmly. He could clarify, but her demeanor screams she's not open to facts, only dominance. With chin lifted and phone in grip, she opts for a decision that alters the night, her family's standing, and the community's dialogue. She calls 911. As the call connects, the plot twists in ways she couldn't foresee. Corinne presses the phone. To her ear, words clipped and urgent. "Yes, emergency. I'm at the Fry's lot on Indian School. There's a man here, a black man, harassing my son. He's not backing off. Send help now." Around her, onlookers trade uneasy looks, noting Desmond's stillness versus her indignant tremble. Desmond stays silent, his demeanor weighted with composure. Brandon huddles by his mom, amplifying the drama. "See, that's him. He refused and said, "I had no claim." Corinne lowers the phone briefly. "Don't fret, honey. We'll sort this. No one treats you like that." Her words reveal her core, a life centered on oversight, from HOA lawn inspections to curt reminders on doors. Tonight, amid strangers, she clings to that dominance. "Helps en route," she announces loudly, glaring at Desmond. "You'd best prepare a solid defense." He responds evenly, almost serenely. "Ma'am, I don't owe your son my purchases. Respect isn't forced." She scoffs. "That's it? You scare a kid in plain sight and act innocent? Don't patronize me." "Scare?" Desmond echoes, a hint of incredulity flashing. "I never touched him. I simply declined. End of story." The crowd thickens, some filming, others murmuring. A middle-aged guy in a cap steps up. "Lady, respectfully, I witnessed it all. The kid overstepped. This man didn't threaten." Corinne whirls on him. "You from our area. Butt out." The man retreats, grumbling. Brandon pulls her sleeve. "Mom, forget them. He doesn't fit here. Let the authorities handle it." The phrase "doesn't fit" makes several cringe, eyes flicking between parties. A subtle unease gnaws at Corinne. She's summoned police before for minor gripes like noisy pets or late-night cyclists. But this man's unflappable poise unnerves her. Most folks would panic or argue, not him. He seems privy to unseen knowledge. She straightens her jacket, brushing it off. "This'll wrap soon," she tells herself. Desmond, meanwhile, checks his phone casually, scrolling patiently. His wife, Angela, and daughter Simone exit the store with bags, halting at the sight. "What's this?" Angela asks, setting down her load. Desmond explains plainly. "The neighbor's kid wanted our food. His mom deemed me the issue." Angela eyes Corinne, baffled. "You involved the law over that?" Corinne crosses arms, defiant. "I safeguard my boy. If our ways don't suit you, maybe relocate." Angela retorts sharply. "We sought tranquility here, yet your son tries to claim what's ours." Simone clings to her mom. "Can we leave? This is nuts." But sirens wail, growing. Nearer, lights flashing as patrol cars arrive. Tires grind to a halt, officers emerge, radios buzzing, hands poised. The crowd clears a path. Corinne flags them eagerly. "Over here, that's the guy who intimidated my son." Brandon nods wildly. "Yeah, he advanced on me, denied my request, said I wasn't worthy." The officers glance Desmond's way, and their stance relaxes instantly. The taller one, with light hair, speaks first. "Commander Carrington." Desmond nods. "Evening, folks." Whispers ripple. Devices lift higher. Corinne frowns. "You know him?" The female officer ignores her, addressing Desmond. "Sir, all good here." He gestures toward the pair. "Miscommunication. The boy insisted on my groceries as a local custom. I said no. His mom arrived, labeled me aggressive, and summoned you." Corinne interjects shrilly. "Not true. My son was petrified. This outsider towered over him. He's fabricating to dodge blame." The officer eyes Desmond, then Angela and Simone. Angela advances. "My husband threatened no one. Your kid tried, bullying us for goods. When denied, he fetched you." Simone adds, "He picked on my dad. We all saw." The cap-wearing man chimes in, "She's distorting. I observed everything. The boy pushed. The man stayed peaceful." Corinne snaps, "Irrelevant. You're not from here. Stay out." The tall officer intervenes. "Everyone, ease up. Keep it civil." But Corinne boils, her son observing, crowd capturing it all, her grip fading. She jabs at Desmond. "I don't care your identity, you're out of place. My boy spoke truth. I trust him. Officers, escort him away now." The officers exchange awkward looks. The woman responds, Ma'am, respectfully, that's not protocol. Corinne gapes. Pardon? The man sighs. Commander Carrington leads our force. We know him well, and no offense occurred. Whispers explode. Lenses zoom. Corinne's assurance cracks. Brandon's cockiness wanes. Mom, what? Desmond speaks calmly yet pointedly. Mrs. Haskins, I told your son no. He twisted it. You amplified into chaos. Angela glares. This is pure harassment. You presumed without inquiry and now reap the results. Corinne blushes deeply, scanning the recording throng, her outburst immortalized. Desmond nears, not aggressively. Folks here will learn about me soon, but you branded me Dangerous Sans knowing my name. That reflects on you more. Corinne stands speechless. Brandon fidgets, officers eyeing him critically. The tall one asks, Commander, formal report? Desmond declines. No need to squander time. The public saw plenty. He gathers bags, hands one to Angela, hugs Simone, and they head to their vehicle. The crowd yields silently, devices humming. Left alone by the carts, Corinne's dominance shatters, her son mute beside her. She yells after them. This isn't finished. You can't escape. Desmond replies without turning. I already have. But as the Carringtons depart, the true repercussions ignite, not on sight, but digitally. The lot hums with odd vibrancy post-departure. Folks hover, replaying footage, dissecting aloud like therapy. Corinne freezes, phone clutched, breathing ragged. Brandon shifts, yearning for invisibility. The officers linger by their car. The woman approaches. Ma'am, frankly, your report mismatches our arrival view and witness accounts. Corinne bristles. Accusing me of falsehood? The officer holds steady. It doesn't match evidence. We can't act on dislike alone. The man adds cautiously, given Commander Carrington's role, this won't fade quietly. Recordings abound. If you persist, it could backfire worse. Backfire, pierces Corinne. She doles out repercussions, doesn't endure them. Urge to escalate surges, but eyes everywhere. Neighbors, outsiders, lenses expose her. Brandon murmurs, Mom, let's leave. She whips toward him. Leave after his words to you? He gulps, but all saw he did nothing. He just refused. Her mouth dries. Her son's candor unravels her tale before witnesses. The crowd thins, mutters lingering. A mom with a pram says, always stirring drama. A suited man notes, this hit socials tonight. Corinne senses her enforcer's status eroding. She craves erasing the last minutes, but the tale escapes her reins. The officer advises, go home, ma'am, for your benefit. They drive off, lights receding. Silence blankets Corinne's SUV ride. Brandon stares out, weight pressing. Why not drop it? He asks softly yet sharply. She clenches. No one disrespects us, especially some guy who... She trails, words bitter. He sighs. He didn't. I did. I assumed that's the way. Like you say, newcomers must know their spot. The revelation hits hard. She instilled these views via bored tirades, outsider gripes, dominance fixation. Now, mirrored in her son's words. Home, a neighbor watches. From afar. Corinne feels the scrutiny, whispers, verdict. Her neighborhood sway slips. Indoors, she leans on the door, pulse racing. Brandon drops his bag. This explodes online, right? She shuts her eyes, knowing the footage's rapid spread and fierce backlash. By evening, as Corinne sheds her blazer, alerts flood Brandon's device. TikToks, shares, local feeds recirculating the clash. HOA leader summons cops on police boss. At Fry's. He scrolls. Mom, viral. Look, 5K views already. She snatches it, hands shaking. There she points accusingly, caption scorching, "Overbearing HOA parent misuses police. Epic fail." She slams it down. "They lack context. They don't grasp." Brandon mutters, "They grasp plenty." Comments savage, bigot, dominator, ego trip. Some unearth her from association logs, reposting her standards rants with fresh irony. Her phone. Rings, colleague Richard strained. "Corinne, what mess?" "That's our police head." "God, you shamed us all." "I didn't know," she retorts, pacing. "No uniform, no badge. He menaced my son." Richard scoffs. "Calls pour in. Folks demand your ouster. They're livid, and you miss why. This transcends local. It's city news." Corinne's gut twists. "Citywide?" Brandon slumps. "Mom, perhaps apologize." To him, after She halts, defiance waning. What did he do? Deny. Stand firm. Say no. She faces Brandon. "Did he harm or menace you?" He shakes slowly. "No, he seemed stern. I freaked." Corinne palms her face. For years, she embodied community oversight, rule setter, shot caller. Now, it crumbles, judged by masses. Morning confirms. Media vans at gates, reporters quizzing drivers, Haskins hood, thoughts on board, cop calling commander. Downtown, Desmond's phone buzzes with solidarity. Colleagues, officials, strangers. Some rage on his behalf, others praise poise. Angela perches by his desk, eyeing his screen. Dubbed HOA Food Fiasco. Your headline fodder. He rubs temples. Not my intro plan, but truth shines. Simone, legs crossed. School buzzes. They say it exposes folks like her when power-hungry. Desmond chuckles wearily. Kids nail it. That night, Corinne fields ceaseless calls. Neighbors demand answers. Board threatens expulsion, kin urges offline detox. Worst, Brandon home, ashen. "They taped me too." Hall laughs. "Tradition, kid." Something fractures in her. Her control obsession costs her son's dignity. He echoed her, now pays. But online storm bleeds real world. Soon, the area splits factions. 2 days post-clash, the Fry's lot resembles a town hall over a shop spot. Reporters lurk. Clusters debate edgily. Not mere chit-chat, but appraisal. Angela arrives with Desmond Saturday, vowing normalcy. Simone tags along, earbuds blocking stares. Desmond carts steadily. Chin up, but vibes shift. Some warm nods, others avert. Indoors, whispers trail. "That's him, the chief. She's the caller. Unbelievable." At register, eyes bore, but Desmond thanks politely, loads bags, leads out. Corinne idles in her SUV afar, knuckles white. Brandon slouches. "Must we?" She affirms. "We won't cower here." Spotting Carringtons, resolve wavers. Lenses aim as she exits. Brandon groans. "Mom, no." She approaches briskly. "Commander Carrington?" He pauses, trunk loading. Turns coolly. "Mrs. Haskins." Angela stands firm. Simone grips her. Tension draws spectators. Some feign tasks, others gawk. Corinne's pitch wavers. "Let's clarify. Misinterpretation occurred." Angela's bark short. "Misinterpretation. You policed my husband publicly. Charge threat. That's deliberate." Corinne flushes. "I shielded Brandon. He was rattled." "Rattled from rejection," Desmond cuts calmly. "He claimed you knowed. You endorsed with falsehood. That's core issue." Crowd gasps. Devices rise. Corinne stammers. "I didn't falsify. I reacted on info." Brandon steps up, voice cracking. "Mom, cease. Truth's out. He untouched me. It was my push." Corinne gapes, heart sinking. Her son's honesty undoes her. Neighbors trade looks. Some murmur, others concur. Desmond shields Simone. Your boy's young, teachable, but your lessons breed entitlement. He suffers now. Angela trembles angrily. Imagine telling our girl, seeing her fear from your smear. You didn't call aid. You wielded clout for what? Food? Corinne speechless, crowd unsympathetic this round. Linda, arms folded, booms. Corinne, we've endured your association ploys years. This crossed lines. No bullying into your order. Another echoes. Bored, exit time. Murmurs swell. Disapproval chorus. Corinne petrifies, son's words echoing. Desmond shuts trunk. Talk's done. What follows is yours, but my kin's off limits. They drive off, leaving Corinne amid whispers. Brandon tugs. Home now? She nods wordlessly, eyes on vanishing car. But Webb isn't done. Lot saga fuels national discourse. By Monday, clips trend, hashtags with Corinne's name. Memes mock her jab with rules for you, not me. TikToks dissect, from youths to pundits, framing beyond goods. Corinne scrolls headlines. At table, brew cold. Local association head clashes with police leader. Arizona, mom. Police calls, own chief. Each twists her innards. Brandon enters, bag slung. Not just net, school mocks, locker pick custom kid. Voice breaks. See your impact. She rises defensively, but his weary gaze quiets. Brandon, unintended eye. Guarded. You? No, your ego, he retorts. Can't abide denial. Not neighbors, not dad leaving, nobody, and you pulled me in. Stunned, she can't refute. Truth. Meanwhile, Desmond's office hums. Media seeks chats, council statements. Aide pokes in. CNN wants live. He pinches nose. Not for symbolism, just dinner shop. Angela quips. Symbols arise unasked. Folks saw your grace amid hostility. It resonates. Simone adds, friends folks dined on it. Lesson, halt prejudge. Desmond smiles tiredly. Teens wise. Evening, Corinne tunes news. Desmond's poised. Face, anchor, lauding restraint. He avoids naming, speaks generally. Thriving areas need equity. Here pre-assume, respect over rush. Angela adds, not vengeance, introspection, security from trust, not dread. Clips feature locals decrying Corinne, faulting association ethos for fostering arrogance. More voices, clearer, Haskins' center, cultural spark. Corinne shuts laptop, heart racing, her order voice identity mocks her now. Brandon cuts. Quit. Bored. She eyes sharply. What? Resign, he urges. School says neighbors want, you sink us, see? Silence chokes. Her fight internal now. Across feeds, story swells, Brandon's lot admission viral, millions view, son spills truth, sympathy for him, villainy for her. Comics riff, snatch groceries, meet your chief's chief, crowd laughs. Corinne dims lights, alone, Brandon asleep. She checks Facebook. Fresh HOA lead, fairness over fear. Comments agree, throat tightens, her empire crumbles. But sharpest strike, community confronts her directly. Next association meet Thursday. Clubhouse lot overflows pre-start. Media outside, clusters inside, air charged like boat eve. Corinne arrives, Brandon low. She clenches. Cameras draw them, not me, show. His quiet retorts enough. Indoors, seats. Packed, standees wall-lined, eyes pin Corinne at head. President Richard taps mic. Order, I know turnouts for tonight's elephant. Mrs. Haskins, address the event per requests. Phone's up, recording. She smiles, forced. Thanks, fries blown. Up online. I reacted as any parent, shielding from stranger. Response swift. Tom stands. Shield? Your son admitted no contact. That's not guard manipulation. Claps erupt. Corinne reddens. Judged unavailable. Angela B. shouts, bias-based, dragging us into narrow view. More nods, shouts. Richard gavels, let finish. Corinne grips. Regret escalation, but no sorry for defending kid. Room ignites. Tom. Own misuse, not first intimidation. Notes, fines, endless rule hound. This tipped. Claps louder. Corinne scans. Brandon sidelines, uneasy. Richard. Motion for your board removal. If your room agrees, vote now. Hands surge. Approval roars. Phones higher. Corinne bangs. Can't oust over single error. Front row. Not single. Years control. Video broke damn. Words pierce. Years control. Her unspoken truth voiced. Pre-Richard, doors open, hush. Desmond enters with Angela, Simone. Invites swayed him. Crowd parts, he stands front. Not here demanding. Communities fracture sans dialogue with presumptions. Lot wasn't goods. Power, how assumptions fuel fire. Angela. Not punish. Fairness, thrive via accountability, leaders included. Silence dense, realizations sink. Neighbors shift, some tearful, nod. Brandon eyes mom, pleading insight. Corinne stares. Carrington's throat constricted. No quip, no sight, no sway, just truth-crushing. Richard. Vote. Hands overwhelm. Corinne. Skips count. Knows. But vote starts her reckoning. Son's toughest query ahead. Removal landslide. Room chatters post-gavel. Relief. Ire. Resignation. Corinne rigid. Nails in arms. Brandon slips out, evading breakdown. Storm center. She follows, ignoring Averts. Smirks. Ride mute. Heavy. Brandon stares lights. Feel it. Startled. What? Loss, no control. My every time you dictate, speak for, decide sans my thought. Corinne tightens. Shielded you. He scoffs. Yourself. Image. Pride. Assumed victim 'cause we can't err in your realm. Stings worse than public. Can't lash. He's right. Never inquired. Never does. Brandon leans. I sparked. Demanded. Shamed self. You amplified sans own up. Now, all know. Home, she stares walls of plaques. Hollow now. Control mistaken for. Guide. Phone buzzes. Sis. Stop. Own wrong. Spare Brandon's future. Drops it. Face in hands. No fix, just quiet. Meanwhile, Carrington's dine takeout. Angela. She learn. Desmond. Some humble softens, others stiffen. What counts? Our model for Simone. Dignity from truth, not might. Simone. Safe here? Angela squeezes. Together, yes. Unbreakable. Next day, Corinne feigns normal. Hedge trim, dog walker, wave, bin note. But respect gone. Walker crosses, note trashed unread. Truth, authority lost, bored, peers, son. She watches doorway as he studies, skips, corrects. Brandon, I let you down. Confused, how? Taught demand over ask, win over hear, control over grasp. My fault, made strength seem dominance. He searches. Now, shaky. Change, at least try. Silence, hopeful, fragile first step. Real test. Not home, but hood response to her move. Weekend post-vote, annual block BBQ, park, not clash but gather. Normally, Corinne schedules, assigns, plates. Now Richard clipboards while she edges back, spectral. Brandon resisted. All despise. She. Face shows strength. Arrival. expected stares, whispers, turns, points, giggles, once feared, now ignored. Far end, Desmond chats officers, Angela plates, Simone waters, welcomed, laughs real. Corinne envies, aches lost regard, but opts humility over sway, nudges. Brandon, come. They near Desmond. Crowd yields curious. All eye next. Clears throat softly. Commander, word? Park quiets. He turns neutral. Yes. Glances Brandon back. Apologize to you, family. Pride. Assumptions blinded. Should have guided. Son, not inflamed. Failed neighbor. Parent, sorry. Gasps wave. Corinne, fault admitter. Brandon stunned. Chest tight disbelief relief. Angela nears. Eyes keen. Sincere or facade? Corinne meets. Sincere. Can't undo, but own. Better for him. Hand on shoulder. Brandon flushes. Sorry, too. Shouldn't demand. Thought tough, but selfish. Desmond studies. Silence weighty. Hood waits. Nods. Owning error tougher than denial. Respect that. Angela, arms crossed, softer. Actions prove words. Corinne nods. Understood. Carringtons resume. No embrace, but no dismiss. Neighbors murmur, skeptical, hopeful. Tension eases faintly. Evening, sun low, pack up. Brandon curbside with Mom. Think they listened. Shaky laugh. Said what counted. Pauses. You right, control need, no ask, don't want that. He leans. Heaviness lifts weeks first. Park afar, Desmond loads, watches. Angela notes. Change? Shrugs. Unsure, but son recalls. Maybe breaks pattern. She hand in his. Then good emerged. Carrington's home, hood calmer, air gentler. For Corinne, redemption long. But evening, first true step. Years rule teaching, one humbling error taught her toughest. Respect, earned, not demanded. True message. Control erodes community. Humility builds. For stronger areas, homes, lives, here prejudge, own wrongs, pick respect over ego. If this tale resonated, prompted reflection on power handling, carry it on. For more worldview challengers, subscribe. Next, could shift your self-perception.